I was here just 2 days ago, and Dave, is this called Prairie Dog Creek?
Prairie Dog Creek, yes, sir.
This is Prairie Dog Creek. Prairie Dog Creek wasn't here, so when I tease people that I'm going to change the name of my ride to Ride for Rain, it is really raining in western Kansas right now. I have with me today Dave Williams. Dave, first introduce yourself and sort of who you're with.
The NCK Raptors, which is 2.5, 3 hours away for practices. So it's a pretty big burden getting my son out there to practice every week.
Yeah,
And
most people don't drive 2.5 hours to get to practice.
no, no, no. And so, the league wants to expand out in western Kansas. And just in my 2 years of coaching, you see the benefit of these kids, just learning life skills. It's not just about biking, but it's about the camaraderie. It's about kids challenging themselves and doing things that they didn't think was possible.
Right.
And so, with us just being a couple hours, we're actually closer to Denver than we are to Kansas City. You've got all those great trails up there. What a great opportunity to get some kids out here on bikes, teach them the skills, and get into mountain biking. And so that's where we're at right now, is we're working on building that NICA team out here in Northwest Kansas. And of course, to have a biking team, you've got to have somewhere to practice. We've got miles and miles of gravel roads that we can ride on. But when it comes to technical skills, riding up hills, rocks and boulders, things like that, technical features, that's where we were looking for some place that we could do that.
So tell us a little bit about this place and how you found it.
Okay, so this is some people call it West End Park. Some people call it Rattlesnake Park because there have been rattlesnakes been seen out here. But I originally approached the director of parks and asked him about a place downtown along the Prairie Dog Creek downtown where local legend has it there used to be some bike jumps down there the old BMXers used to ride.
Uh-huh.
And when I met up with Kyle, the parks director, he said, that's a good idea, but I got someplace better for you. Let me follow me. And he brought me out here and said, this is about 13 acres. It's the original city landfill for Colby way back in the day. And they really don't know what to do with it because the ground's too unstable. They can't do anything to build on it. There's a park up top that's kind of old. Hasn't been really well maintained, older equipment. And he said, this would probably be a great spot. We'd love to do something with it for the community. And why don't you come with me to city council meeting? This was back in February, and talk to them about what you're doing and what you're looking to do, and see what they say.
So how did the meeting with the city council go?
So city council meeting went really well. Colby's seen as a progressive town in Northwest Kansas. Usually Colby's one of the first cities in this area to do two big projects. We got the Colby Event Center, got the new hospital being built. So the city council was very receptive. I thought they would go back and say, well, we'll table this and we'll come back in a month and we'll see what we say. But they took a vote immediately and they said, yeah, if it's not going to cost us anything, because when I went, I said, I'm not here asking for you guys to build it for us or asking you for money. We're just saying, can we have the permission to go out there and start working on the trail? And they did a vote on it and they unanimously said, yeah, let's go for it.
So you have the vote of the council, you found a place. If I were to ask you, what's the one thing you really need in order to bring this course alive, what would it be?
Probably some a bigger volunteer pool,
Okay.
people to help out with doing things, smoothing out the trail, building some features. Obviously, some dirt. We could use some dirt to fill in some low areas, maybe. Help build some features. A little bit of funding could go a long way. I think we can, use a little bit of funding would help. Some signage and really making it presentable to the community.
Okay.
Those are probably the best things that could help.
So if you're driving 2.5 hours to practice, my guess is you've driven this region quite a bit, looking at trails of all different kinds. So if I were to ask you, what's either that one trail that you really love or that one trail that you think is really important to the region, what would that trail be?
Well, obviously switchgrass at Wilson State Park. I mean, you never would think of driving on Interstate 70 and you see the sign for Wilson State Park and you think, okay, you know, but then when you get up there and you see the trails that are built up there and the single track and the elevation change, I'd say that's probably the premier one. You know, the other one that we've enjoyed riding is Osborne. Trail in Osborne, they did a really nice job in Osborne on that trail.